Hi guys, welcome back to Jeep Therapy. Hey, I got a story I want to tell y'all today. Alright? About a friend of mine, two friends of mine. One's named Jack and one's named Bob. Well, Jack invited Bob on a ski trip with him a couple of years back. And they both loaded up, and him and Bob, and they were on their way. Well, halfway there, they got in a really bad blizzard. Alright? And there was a farmhouse, like, on the side, and it's like in this rural area. So they go up to the farmhouse and stuff, real nice place, too. Big house. And they asked the farmer's wife, which they didn't know that she is a recent widow. Alright? They asked her, they said, hey, ma'am, do you mind if we stay here tonight for shelter? Because, this is a real bad storm, and we'll be first out first thing in the morning. Well, she said, no, you can't be staying here in this house with me. Neighbors be talking and stuff. So you can stay out in the barn, but you need to be out first thing in the morning. Jack and Bob both agreed. Be out. So they had a good night's sleep and stuff, buckled in, settled in. First thing that morning, got up, the storm had broke. So, got on this ski trip, had a wonderful time, alright? And, about 9 months goes by. And Jack gets a letter in the mail. And that letter was from an attorney. And something about that letter just wasn't making sense to Jack. Okay? So he's like, I'm gonna go ask my buddy Bob if he knows anything about this. Well, he calls Bob up. He said, Bob, he said, listen, buddy. He said, did you happen to go up to that farmhouse with that widow about 9 months ago on our ski trip? Bob kind of was shocked. He was like, yeah, Jack, I did. He says, yeah, I did. Kind of shame-wise, because, And he said, well, did you happen to have relations with that woman? And Bob admitted, he said, yeah, I did. And Jack asked Bob, he said, Bob, I got one more question for you. He said, did you happen to use my name instead of your name? And Bob was really embarrassed. He shook his head and he said, yeah, I did. He said, I'm sorry. Jack said, you don't need to be, honey. He said, you don't need to be. He said, you know why? That widow just died and left me everything. I hope you